Alright you guys, so today's first ever cooking series that I promised you guys. I will be cooking some beef neck bones, trying to make a stew. So I have 2 packs of that. Then I know the spices look very overwhelming, but I do come from a Jamaican family, a Jamaican household, and that's just what we do. So starting off with our garlic powder, onion powder, chopped garlic, allspice whole pimento seeds, paprika, all-purpose seasoning, sweet and sour sauce, ginger mango sauce, our Lawry's seasoning salt, browning, garlic soy sauce, mild jerk seasoning sauce, oregano. Then to wash and prepare our meat, of course, with warm luke water, I use apple cider vinegar or any type of white vinegar, it doesn't matter, and lemon juice. And then after using all of my bottled type of powder and liquid seasoning, I go in with my chopped prepared seasoning. So here right away in the meat, I'll add my green and red peppers, sweet peppers. I have a chopped up whole tomato here, 2 scallion stalks, and some thyme. Then over here, later on, to add more vegetables to the liquid and to the stew, I have a whole nother tomato here chopped, more wholer larger chunks of green and red pepper, and then larger chunks of onion. And then in this small batch here that I'm going to add right away, I have also smaller diced onion right here. Later to the stew, I'm also going to add my veggies to the pot. So I have some baby carrots for that, and some green beans. And then also I have a bag of tomatoes over here on the stove. So yes, you guys, let's get started with washing the meat. Alrighty, so here we go. I'm adding my apple cider vinegar and my lemon juice. And then I already added salt to the mixture as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead and rub this in, wash the meat very thoroughly, run it under some lukewarm water, and wash this about 3 times under the water. And then I'll be right back for the seasoning portion. My meat is nice and washed, and I have all my seasonings opened and ready to go. So let's begin. I like to start with the powder seasonings first, but it doesn't matter, whatever. So here goes the all-purpose. A dabber of paprika, a dabber of oregano, and also from a Jamaican household, we don't measure anything, we just dab. The garlic powder, a little onion powder. I like to do like 1 or 2 pimento seeds. Now I'm going to go in and do a teaspoon of the chopped garlic, a half a teaspoon of the mild jerk seasoning, a little browning to give our meat some color, mango sauce, garlic soy sauce. Next, I will add more sweet and sour sauce to the gravy and ketchup, but I like to add these things while seasoning my meats so the flavor is there from the beginning. I'm sorry to anyone who prefers precise measurements. We don't do that. We just don't do that. and they always taste lovely. And all my chopped veggies. And then I'm going to literally work this into a lather, just rubbing everything up. This is extremely hard to do with one hand, so I will work in as much as I can on camera for you guys, and next time I will attempt to get an assistant or use my tripod stand like I do for my beauty videos, because yeah, this is difficult. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to rub this in and work a lather in with both hands. I'm going to put it in the fridge to set for a half an hour about, and then come back and start browning the meat in some nice hot oil, and then I'll be back. Alrighty, so I added some olive oil to my Dutch pot back there, and it is nice and hot, so we're going to begin to brown our meat. Just the meat only. We're going to leave any excess vegetables in here, like the onions, the tomatoes, the scallion, the thyme, in here for later, and you'll see what I mean for the stew. But we're just going to take our tongs, pick up our meat, and brown it on each side. Alright, so I'm going to let each side brown for about 7 to 8 minutes. I want to go in and flip them all over, and then once both sides are browned, I will go in and add the second batch to the pot, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I just want to come in and quickly show you guys how it looks when the meat is already browned on one side. I already flipped them over. Nice, very brown color. We're just braising the meat at this point. And I put in a pot of hot boiling water. So this is what, ooh, the fogginess. So the hot water is what we will add to this pot once both batches of meat are browned and braised along with our vegetables. Alright, so we're back. So both batches are brown. I'm going to go ahead and add the second batch back to the pot. And now with all the seasonings, I'm going to add all my vegetables from earlier. So I already chopped up my potatoes, the red and green peppers, the whole onions, and the chopped tomatoes. And then I told you guys I'll be back to add the sauce. So here I am, adding a little bit more of the sweet and sour sauce. Just a swirl. Adding more of the ginger mango sauce, also just a swirl, and some ketchup. Then I'm going to add my hot water to this, and I'll show you guys how it's looking, because I can't do that in both hands to do that, unfortunately. So I'll be right back. Guys, so this is how the stew is looking. Oh my god, so good. Whew, if you guys can smell this kitchen right now, it smells amazing. Amazing. So I put back another pot of hot water to go ahead and start boiling. I have my heat on high on this stew. Let it start bubbling up. I will occasionally stir it every 20-30 minutes or so. I don't really have a take on how long I keep the stew going for. It's more on looks and tenderness of the meat. So usually 2 to 3 hours. I have that going, and I'll add water as it starts to evaporate. I have my green beans and carrots here ready to be added to it, but I don't want to add these veggies to it too soon, because then these will just become mushed out and nothing will be there. So I just add the potatoes because those are harder to cook. I add the carrots and the green beans during the last maybe bit of the boiling, maybe the last half an hour, the last little bit of simmer. But yeah, so I will check back in with you guys. I'm going to start to prepare my jasmine rice. I am feeling super lazy, so I'm just going to put it in my rice cooker. So I'm going to go ahead and wash my jasmine rice, show you guys how I do that. Hey, so I'm back. I have 6 of these mini cups here in my rice cooker. I have jasmine rice, so I'm gonna get that going and turn that on. Then I have my veggies here still waiting because the meat is not soft yet as I would like. I took out the potatoes because they were getting too soft. And this is what we have so far. Yummy, yummy, yum. This boil. So I just went in and added some chicken noodle soup to my stew here. I think it will give it a nice flavor. But yeah, I just want to check in with you guys. So, and just in case I didn't mention to you guys, I do wash my rice 3 times because of all the starch, as you guys can see. So yes, I wash it 3 times, change the water. You see how it's still kind of white, cloudy, and smoky. The goal is to get your water to look kind of clear, and that's an indication that it is ready to be cooked. Alright, so I just added the carrots and green beans to the stew. I checked the meat, it was tender, which is an indication it is almost done. So I'm gonna let this simmer another 20 to 30 minutes, let the vegetables cook, and then we shall be done. You guys, so I decided to make a couple of sweet plantains, just a half a sweet plantain, as well as I'm going to warm up this white corn, cream style corn on the side. My stove was an absolute mess, as you guys can see from the stew, but that's a part of cooking, it's a part of life, so I will clean that up. But I will come back and show you guys the complete final dish in a few. Bye. These are the finished plates. Oh my god, so yummy. Plantains, the stew neck bones, the white jasmine rice, and the sweet cream style corn. And here's the veggies that I took out the pot earlier so they wouldn't get too soggy. So I'm going to just add some of those potatoes, string beans, and carrots to these plates for my mom and my brother. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. I'm telling you, it is so good. Yum, yum. See you in the next one. Bye.